Welcome, everyone. You've reached Grandma Mo, and we covered the WNBA. This was one of the Sunday games. You had the Aces playing the Wings in Vegas. And this game started out pretty good for the Wings, but the Aces eventually just started pulling away. And, Asia Wilson went off again. But the thing that I'm noticing is they're leaving them in... Becky's leaving them in the game a very long time. They had like a 20-point lead with like 5 minutes left in the fourth, and all the starters are still in. I don't understand that. Someone gets hurt, and boy, oh boy, there's going to be there's going to be an uproar. There's no reason that those starters, they didn't come out till 2-minute mark. And they're bringing the ball up, and it already had gone below 2 minutes. Like... Are you afraid the Wings going to come back from a 20-point lead with 5 minutes left? I don't know. Just, I don't understand that. But it is what it is. Dallas, I like what I saw from, we'll go to them first. Well, we'll do some team stuff first. You have the Aces. They get the win 106-87. Let's see. Outscored Dallas every single quarter. First quarter, 31-27, then 24-17 in the second, 26-22 in the third, and 25-21 in the fourth quarter. So, Maddie Segrest led all Dallas scores with 23 points. I'm liking what I'm seeing from her. She was 11 for 15 from the floor, 73%. She was 1 for 2 from 3. 6 rebounds. She had 2 blocks, 2 steals, and an assist. So very nice game for Maddie Segrest. Is such a nice addition to Dallas. But it was just her and Paige Beckers in double figures. Everybody else, they had 2 players with 9, but just not enough scoring from other players. Paige had 18. She had 1 steal, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. She was 8 for 18, 44%. She took 2 threes but didn't make them. So it was a decent game for Paige, but not fantastic. Then you had Haley Jones had 7 points. She had 5 rebounds, 2 assists. She was 3 for 4. She just didn't shoot very much. Geisel-Solder, she also had 7 points. She was 1 for 5 from 3, 3 for 8 overall. She had 3 assists and 3 rebounds, and she's their big person down low, and she only got 3 rebounds. I don't know. There was one play where Chelsey Gray was under the basket, and there were 4 Dallas players and under the boards, and somehow Chelsey Gray ended up with the ball. Nobody was boxing out. Grace Berger, she had 6 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. She was 2 for 4 from the floor, and she went to the foul line and made her foul shots. And then Quinterly, she played 23 minutes but only scored 4 points. She had 4 assists, 1 for 6 from the floor. Earlier in the season, Quinterly was scoring like double figures. I don't know what's going on there. I like her. She hustles. Good hustle player. And then Hines Allen had 9 points. She's the other person down low. And, she got 5 rebounds. But you need more rebounds, especially when Asia Wilson is down there. You got to rebound. She was 4 for 4, so she made every shot she put up. But she only took 4 shots. And then you had Isaiah James. She was hustling all over the place, but she missed too many shots. I mean, she was certainly trying, but she just missed too many shots. She had 9 points, 8 rebounds, so that shows the hustle. She had a steal, 4 assists, but she was 4 for 14 from the floor. She had a number of shots that just didn't go in, and they weren't like 3-point shots. I mean, 2 of them were 3-point shots, but she was just not making her shots. And then Diamond Miller had 4 points. She was 2 for 5. Dallas as a team shot 48%. but only 17% from three. They went to the line 9 times. The Aces, on the other hand, shot 52% from three and 50% overall. And they went to the line 23 times. 14 of that, let's see. So A'ja Wilson by herself went to the line more than the entire Dallas Wings team. Some of that is calls, but I mean, you brush A'ja Wilson with a feather and she gets the call. I'm not going to go into that. I mean, I like A'ja Wilson as a player, but geez, don't, like, she doesn't need you to give her the calls that, or, you know, she barely gets touched and somehow it's a foul. It just, she's 11 for 16. She made a 3. She had 8 rebounds, 34 points. She had 3 blocks, 2 steals, and an assist. And then, but you know, the big difference with the Aces from earlier in the season, I mean, A'ja Wilson has had a few bad games, but for the most part, the difference in the Aces has been the difference in play from Jewell Loyd and Chelsey Gray. Chelsey Gray is starting to finally look like her old self, and Jewell Loyd is hitting her shots. She only had 12 points this game, but she was 4 for 8 from 3, so she got all her points from three-point land. And then Kirsten Bell, who has been a bench player for them, came in, threw up 7 three-pointers and made 6 of them. So that was a big boost for the Aces. She had 6 rebounds. She had a steal and an assist. Let's see. Melissa Smith, she had a pretty good game. She was 4 for 8, 2 for 2 from 3, and 4 for 4 from the line with 14 points and 4 rebounds. And then this was a low-scoring game for Jackie Young, but she had 5 fouls, so she had to get taken out at one point. I think they took her out right after halftime. She ended up getting her 3rd. So, but she still played 29 minutes, but only 8 points for her. She took 9 shots, made 3 of them. She was 2 for 6 from 3. But she had 5 assists, 3 rebounds. She had 4 turnovers and 2 steals. And then Chelsey Gray, a double-double for Chelsey Gray. She got one, A'ja didn't. She had 10 points and 14 assists. She was throwing out assists like she used to. That's what I mean by, you know, the old Chelsey Gray has finally shown up. She was 3 for 6 from the floor, 1 for 2 from 3, and got 3 points from the foul line. And then Jewell Loyd we already covered. Dana Evans had 6 points. Aaliyah Nye had 4. Kia Stokes and Gustafson got in at the end of the game, and neither of them scored. Stokes got 3 rebounds. So the Aces are now 21 and 14, and they are in 4th place. You know, they have some tough games coming up, so where they end up is, you know, I think largely going to come down to the way they play against, I think their next game is a really tough game. Let me look here. Let's see. Yeah, they're playing Atlanta. They play Atlanta on Tuesday. And, you know, that could have implications because if they beat Atlanta, Atlanta now drops to 13 losses and in a 3-way tie with Phoenix and New York. And then New York is playing Minnesota, so, you know, I would think that they're going to get one of these games. They have lost all of their games they've played to Minnesota. I would think they're going to get one of those. But, you know, who knows? And then Phoenix is playing the Valkyries. We'll see how that one goes. But, you know, the difference between 7th place and 2nd place is 4 games. And there's still, 10 games to go. So all of these teams, and then they're playing each other. So, you know, certain teams are going to, you know, have some more losses. It's going to be really interesting to see how all of this fares out at the end of the season. Because you have, let's see, And then you have the Aces playing Phoenix on Thursday. So on Tuesday, they're playing Atlanta, and then they're playing Phoenix. That's going to have big implications. And then Atlanta on Thursday is playing Minnesota. You have 2 through 5. Oh, the Aces are in 5th place. Sorry. But Atlanta is in 2nd. They have 12 losses, and the Aces are in 5th, and they have 14. And these teams are all playing each other. So it's going to be really interesting is all I got to say. So that's it for this one. Another good game for the Aces, but they've got some hard games coming up, so we'll see how they fare, if they can keep this winning streak going. Okay, we'll see you next time.